no one is invincible. As the sport confirms, those that have not tasted the bitterness of defeat have not faced worthy rivals. Today, we will look at how great, seemingly invincible boxers fell. Tyson, the great Iron Mike. Who would have thought that in February 1990, Iron Mike would register his first defeat at the hands of the humble diabetic, Buster Douglas. Douglas, who lost his mom 3 weeks before the fight, arrived in a dull state. Betting lines for the fight were 40-1, with Tyson the heavy favorite. Tyson himself failed to consider the possibility of losing. He lapsed in his training, opting to drink in bars before the fight. At the weigh-in, Tyson, sweating alcohol, told Douglas to his face that he would send him to his mom. A big mistake for Tyson, as afterwards, James fought as a demon possessed. James was usually indecisive, but on this night, he persistently attacked, and in the 10th round, Tyson was KO'd. Buster Douglas left as undisputed world champion, but that was short-lived, as in the next fight, he lost to Evander Holyfield by knockout and lost the title. Roy Jones Jr. played very well with Antonio Tarver. As always, fooling around and sometimes flirting, Roy brought the fight to an end, albeit not as quickly or beautifully as everyone had expected. The second Jones-Tarver fight took place in 2005. Jones began even better than before, but in the second round, something happened that all fans of the great Roy Jones Jr. were afraid of. He fell. More specifically, he ate Tarver's left hook, unable to continue the fight. In general, Antonio Tarver became a big thorn in the career of Roy Jones Jr. In their third meeting, Jones approached carefully, in apparent fear of misfiring, and the judges gave the victory to Tarver. Another blemish on the career of the great Roy Jones Jr. happened at age 42. Although most boxers hang him up long before then, Roy is not most boxers. His rival was Denis Lebedev, 11 years younger. A vicious knockout left Roy unconscious for almost 10 minutes until he was brought to life by doctors, as his wife standing by could not hold back tears. Another rivalry between two great boxers that spanned almost 10 years ended in a difficult knockout. Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez first met back in 2004 in a fight that ended in a draw. Their second meeting took place 4 years later. The fight was just as competitive and fierce, but this time Manny Pacquiao won by split decision. Their third fight took place in 2011. The competition in the ring was predictably spectacular, but the judges again gave the victory to Manny. Although everyone agreed that this one was without a clear winner, some experts actually would have found Marquez the victor. Which brings us to October 8th, 2012. The fourth meeting between the pair. The fight was fiercely contested and true to form, with both boxers knocked down by the 6th round. At the end of the 6th round, both fighters were eager to draw the match to a conclusion. Pacquiao began to squeeze Marquez, but ran into a powerful right hook, after which he collapsed to the canvas. Rather than performing a countdown, the referee immediately stopped the fight. At the time of the stoppage, Manny was leading on everyone's card. This fight received the title of Fight of the Year, Knockout of the Year, Event of the Year, and Round of the Year. No one could have thought that on April 22, 2001, the great Lennox Lewis would sustain a heavy knockout at the hands of the hulking Hasim Rahman, who first began training at the age Lennox Lewis was already collecting titles at. Lewis dominated the first 4 rounds, but in the 5th, his confidence caused him to miss a single right hook from Rahman. Lights out. Although Hasim Rahman basked in glory after this fight, his glory was short-lived, as only a half year later, Lennox Lewis had his rematch with Rahman, dropping him in round 4. Rahman wasn't Lewis's first loss by knockout. Lewis had previously been knocked out by a right hook from Oliver McCall in 1994. Apparently, his natural self-confidence prevails above his life experience. In the rematch, of course, Lewis would have his revenge. Vladimir Klitschko, who had the throne of super heavyweight king for 10 years, annoyed many with his boring but effective fighting tactics. He even retained his title as king of the super heavyweights following a loss on points to Tyson Fury. However, a real tough fight came on April 29, 2017. The young British boxer Anthony Joshua simply finished Vladimir Klitschko off in the 11th round. The fight was named Fight of the Year. The popularity of Anthony Joshua after this fight rose to the heavens, but not for long. On June 1, 2019, Joshua, the most promising and athletic super heavyweight, met with an unknown, fat Andy Ruiz Jr. In this fight, Ruiz did what seemed impossible. After several knockdowns, Ruiz won by TKO. Anthony Joshua vs. Andy Ruiz Jr. has been recognized as one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. And let's not ignore boxing's legend, Muhammad Ali. On March 8, 1971, Ali suffered his first defeat, falling to Joe Frazier in the fight coined the Fight of the Century, the most anticipated event in the world of boxing since 1938, when Joe Louis and Max Schmeling met in the ring. In the beginning, both men held firm and remained even, but Ali was unable to keep Frazier at a distance, missing strong punches to the body. And at the end of the fight, Muhammad fought on fumes. Frazier took advantage and struck him with an accurate left hook, dropping Ali to the ring floor. Although Ali stood up and ended the fight on his feet, Frazier won by unanimous decision. Frazier and Ali fought 2 more times, and both times Ali earned hard-fought victories. Ali later called Frazier the best boxer, behind himself, whom he had greatly underestimated in their first contest. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel and leave your comments. See you in our next video as soon as possible.